Michelle. This is the bus named Perception. We're going to go through a tour, and if you actually want to see the conversion process, I have it up online under purpleperception.com website and YouTube link. Anyhow, let's get in here and check it out. Solid door, really good, nice and secure. This is Jessie. She's a husky mix. She's a cute, darling baby girl, and she's gonna let us come in tonight. And so, that's the inside of the bus. And just go ahead and pull the door behind you there. There's a handle right there. There's a brass handle. Okay. And as you come in here, you will see the 3D printer, which I've used to make many of the things in here. This box right here is a positive airflow in system, so I have a little timer. I have a fan in here, and I have a little AC style filter, and I have, if you can see it back in here, there's two PVC pipes, and they go out to the front of the bus. They pull in fresh air, and it'll filter it as well as a household filter can, and then run it through and put a positive airflow in here, allergy free, which I ran the whole way on the way here. Above your head, if you look up, you'll see my bike. I have 8-foot ceilings in here, so I can barely touch them, but they're really nice. I would definitely do another roof raise. But right now it's being used as storage. And then, let's see, if you come up here, you can see my solar. This is my solar power coming in right now. It's a cloudy day, so I'm only bringing about 265 watts. And this is my battery bank. This is how much power is on it. So I know that I'm actually getting the last 90% on my batteries because how high. And of course, emergency shut off. That timer I was talking about. Random wires, don't pay attention to them. They're all safe. They're just DC lines. Jessie, come on, don't be a butt. I'll put you in. Great. Anyhow, so electrical, all my electrical's all here. So you'll see my breaker box over there. And if we go actually down underneath the table, down here, you'll see the layout. The inverter, converter, tri-star charge controller. I got a power switch in there, and then my DC breakers, which I want breakers instead of fuses. And then right here is my battery box. I have 6 T105 golf cart batteries. Because before they came out with the RE models, they actually, like 6 months after I bought them, came out with the RE models. My understanding is there's not much different other than the warranty. I have about 800 watts on my roof. I have 600 of that will tilt to one way or the other. I got a 400 one, and it's built up on a Jacob's ladder setup, so they'll tilt up. And the final product is not done yet. It will eventually, whenever I learn to program, it will hit a button, it'll find the sun, and it'll track the sun. Hopefully, at least on 2 axes, a left and right axis. Anyhow, that's still not there. The other ones actually need some hardware added to it, and then one set of them will do it. But it's an ongoing project. Where do you stop?
Yeah.
Anyhow, as we come in here, you'll see most RVs have a table. This one was just made for the space. It actually comes and it will lift up, and this whole thing will lift up out of the way. Same thing with this. This one pulls up, and I can open this into a big open space up here. Heat. One of my many sources of heat. Wood stove is nice. It's a luxury. It does really good. I don't run it while I'm sleeping because I'm scared of poisonous gases and other reasons. Cubic mini wood stove. I like it for the most part. I would not rely on it as my only heat source. Actually, I don't rely on it. I have a big Mr. Buddy with a 20-pound, or was it 15-pound? 20-pound like barbecue style tank dedicated to that. Plus I have another tank dedicated to the generator, and then I have 2 more tanks dedicated to the house systems. And that basically runs my stove, my hot water heater, and actually I think that's all it really runs. I was thinking it ran something else, but I can't think of it right now. Anyhow, so down here there's an AC unit kind of shoved in the wall. I will say this, it's kind of finicky. It pulls air from underneath and blows it in. It keeps you cold if you're sitting in that one spot. It does not keep the rest of the place. On top of it, I was a little paranoid about fire, so the stove, the this stove, it all has that, I think it's called, is it popcorn paint? It's whenever you put a flame to it, it'll actually mushroom up and it'll sit there and cinder and you'll just get that red flare. I have that on this from that part of the bus forward is all painted in that. It has a couple layers of that. Around the stove I have some of that fireproof sheetrock and then I have metal on top of it. It shouldn't be a problem. The windows. Everyone noticed that the windows are a little bit unique. Being that I built them. I had a little problem getting windows where I was at whenever I was building this out. So I took the original bus glass. This is the original bus glass, and every now and again you'll see a wave in it. And I actually built the frames around it and built it on these sliders. And I created it in the Tulsa fabrication lab on a CNC router, but I had to keep the design simple enough that I could do it with a table saw. So it is simple, it has worked. I wish I had a different wood, but it's done really well. Instant hot water heater. It's a household unit. The reason I went with the household is because it's the only unit that was cheap enough that came with a vent on it. It's I think EcoChamp is designed for 3 bedrooms. It's way overkill for this space. Way overkill. It's overkilled enough that I actually took it off the hot line and I hooked it up to an electrical solenoid and turned on a switch here. You hear it kicks on. It's actually running hot water through the flooring, so I have kind of a radiant floor heating. But it's not going to come on because my propane's not on right now. It's going to give me air cut. Anyhow, so that's another project to be finished up with the programming. That's the final thing. Sidetrack. Anyhow, double sink. Definitely don't need double sink. There's no point to have a double sink. I had it for a while. It's gotten covered up with a cutting board, and which is really nice. But for the most part, all at one sink. It has a little sprayer and all that. And of course, my only living plant in here. It's self-sufficient. It kind of recycles. And of course, some more of the custom windows where I can look out and see the world while I'm doing my dishes. Other interesting fact is drainage. So my dishes drain up here, the same place I store them. So whenever I use them, I pull them down from there, I clean them, I stick them back up there. They drain and store in the same spot. Would definitely do that in another bus. And this is a little more. This will get you rain on your head. So, and come around, of course, the microwave that's trying to fall out. Darn bumpy roads, I tell you. So normally I have a fan up here. It's actually being used to dry clothes right now. So normally there's a ceiling fan. It's just a little box fan. It's actually, I have these on it and this one broke, but usually if I want to adjust it, I can just take it down and drop that in there and angle it out. But right now it's back there and it's halfway broken. But, okay, so refrigerator. It's actually a chest freezer. It has an external temperature controller on it. That's what controls the temperature in the fridge. So it uses, I want to say it uses about 500 watts when it's running, but I think it's only used around 500 watts in 24 hours. I haven't done an energy audit in a while on it, so I can't tell you exactly. All I know is my deep cycle batteries will run this, and I'll run it for 2 cloudy days before I start getting below 50% range. If it went for that lead acid thing, I'd run it for 4 days. I wouldn't have to worry about it. But okay. Of course, my water pressure. I have filters in here that filters the water and keeps it safe. But I've gone to this for drinking. This I've gotten used to the flavor. And of course, the trash can down there and floor. And let's see. So I don't have any doors in my bus. I was originally going to put a pocket door here, but I've gone with the lovely curtain. It works good. You know, one person, even 2 people. If you're going to share a space, you don't really need too much. Just as long as no one can see you. So in here we got the bathroom. In the bathroom, composting, nature's head. I have engraved, live edge, ingrained floor, foot operated sink. Another electronic solenoid, so I can use it like that whether I'm plugged in or not. It controls the flow and not the pump. And you know, mirrors galore. You just need a ton of mirrors. And here is my soaking tub. It is currently being used in its other method. It's doubles as laundry. Right now I'm doing some really way too big laundry than I should be doing in here, but it works. So I got blankets and you know, soaking, wringer. You know, those old style wringers really work great. And then when I'm done with it, I can actually pop it off and it slides back out of the way.
Yep.
But, access hatch to the roof deck. There is a deck up there, and I'll let you pop it up there here in a second if you want. Back here farther, way more closet space than I ever need. Way more. Anyhow, so double rung closet. It's equivalently like a 4-foot closet. Way more space. Bookshelves, storage, same thing on this side. More clothes laundry getting done right now, but another double rung. This is also like 4 feet. Way more space than I need. Anyhow, as you come back here, the beds, dual bed platforms. Actually, there was one. Hey, Jesse, no, we're not being ornery today. Be good. Anyhow, so double bed platforms, and then when you need a breeze, you can pop that open. You get a breeze in there, and it's still secure. I mean, I'm sure someone could break into it if they really wanted to. There's windows. Hopefully, you can go through one of them. Then, whenever you really want to see what's going on from the bed, you can pop this open, look around, get a good breeze through here. Hey, baby girl, what you doing? Anyhow, and then the double pane windows all the way around, so you get your view in here. And underneath here, from about here back and 4 feet down, is all storage. Now, I've been trying to reduce that. If you look down here, you'll see the water tanks. So 2 55-gallon drums on either side.
Mm-hmm.
The cheapest way to do it, especially in the bus, I got 110 gallons, and I have 4 30-gallon tanks underneath. I had 2 55-gallon drums, but I kept ripping those off.
What's the rope and pulley system?
Oh, okay, so
It intrigues me.
this and this, they both pull up out of the way. So originally I was going to put a motorcycle back here. This platform's new. Originally I didn't have it, so I was going to open it up so I could access the back.
Hold that.
But
Okay. Back to the...
So these are pulleys. These lift up both my bed platforms.
Okay.
Raise up. Oh no. Oh no. What I do? I found an inhaler. Anyhow, I don't do it that often because, well, I always, you know, when you don't use it, stuff becomes a surface and stuff gets stored on it, unfortunately. So I've been trying to get rid of more and more stuff. But for the most part, I have welders and other stuff down there. You know, fun stuff. Stuff to do another bus if I want to, but they're both designed to fold up out of the way. It also helps doing maintenance. If you want to move back this way, we can pop the hatch up and you can see it.
All right.
Finger flavor in place.
Probably just
Alright, so
blank the camera out with a bright, but that's okay.
okay, if you want to put a foot here and a foot there, you can pull yourself up.
Or
you got a handy dandy.
I can extend this up.
Nice. And you'll see solar up that way, and you'll see the roof deck that way.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the tour of this week's rig, and join us again next Saturday for another episode.